Howdy, yo. Arendelle here, and welcome back to Calmcraft, Season 2. That's right, folks. We are back here on a new Calmcraft server. Due to some technical problems, the last map had to be scrapped, unfortunately. But we've restarted the server. We've got a new map. We're all ready and rearing to go for the 1.17 update here in a couple of weeks. And we're really excited to be back and playing again. Hopefully, with the new map and the new things that we're doing, we'll get some players back. Towards the end there, we really dropped off in numbers. So hopefully we'll have more people on. It'll be a more fun, collaborative experience, and we'll have some more fun here. But I'm really excited to start building a new town, reforming Wooten Major, and getting things started. But here we are sort of at server spawn. It's a cool little spruce sort of inspired village. I rather like it. It's looking nice. And eventually there will be stuff in these buildings, I think. But for now, they're all pretty much just empty, and most of them are closed off. And then we have the giant tree. It's a really cool tree. It's even bigger than the last spawn tree, so I like it. And I haven't tried yet, but you might be able to parkour most of the way up to the top. We'll have to see how that works later. But yeah, so new server. I am here, and I think it's about time for me to go find a place to start building. So we'll set off. I've discussed this with Orochi, who's going to be part of Wooten Major on this server as well. And I think we want to find a jungle biome to build in. So that's where we're going to head now. Well, guys, I think we found it. This is an absolutely gorgeous spot out here in the jungle, with this nice big lake here with a few islands and stuff. And then I think we're going to put our main town building right at the top of that hill there. So we'll get started working on all of this. I think the sort of theme for the town that we're looking at this season is going to be kind of elven, sort of like a Lord of the Rings elven sort of build. So get in sort of harmony with the nature, with the jungle kind of feel, although I don't know that it'll be quite as Minecraft jungle-y, but there will be a lot of trees, a lot of sort of natural looking builds, and that just that feel that you get when you think of the elves. So that's kind of the theme that we're going for this season, and I'm really excited because I've never really built in that style before. You've seen sort of, I've done some more modern type builds, obviously, with what I was doing at the end of last season, and then medieval, which I think everyone who has ever played Minecraft has built a castle. But yeah, we're going to try elven, and we'll see how this works. Oh, look at that. There's... Whoop. Ah, big lag spike. There's even a nice little cave over here that we can start caving in. I like that. And there's plenty of animals, plenty of cows and sheep and pigs that I've seen around here, and chickens, so we shouldn't have any problem getting started with our new town. Okay, so I've done some of the normal Minecrafty things, punched out a few trees, crafted some tools, done a little bit of mining to pick up some essential resources. And on the way over here, we were able to raid both a desert temple and a shipwreck as well. Oh man, look at this view. This is just gorgeous. Yeah, this is going to be great. But yeah, so I've got some resources here. The desert temple was surprisingly rich in horse armor. So that's nice in case we get horses later. But I'm going to get started with kind of clearing some of the jungle out of this area so that we know what we're working with. And then from there we can start constructing our first building. So I'll go ahead and pop y'all into a satisfying tree clearing time lapse, and I'll meet you on the other side. Got some area cleared, got some farms planted, and everything's looking a little bit just nicer up here. A little more easy to work with. So, I cleared all those trees out and got a pretty decent haul of wood and things in here. And then I also did a bunch of mining off camera, and I found a good bit of resources. A lot of iron, actually, which is nice, but not all that many diamonds. I've got the one diamond and then my diamond pick down here. So I'm going to need to go find some more diamonds sometime. But I got a nice farming operation going here. Got some wheat and stuff, and that is so that I could breed a whole bunch of cows, which I'm still in the process of doing, such that I can get level 30 enchants sometime soon. So once that happens, I'll be really set and ready to go on a real mining trip and pick up some diamonds for real. Hoping to get Fortune 3. Maybe some Silk Touch would be good too eventually, but Fortune 3 is what I want to start with. I'm also not going to be smelting most of my iron and gold ore at the moment because Calmcraft is still currently on 1.16.5. We're planning on updating as soon as our plugins are ready, but in the meantime I'm just going to keep these unsmelted, and then when the new update comes out, I can put them down and hit them with a fortune pick and get all sorts of good raw ores out of it. So we'll plan on doing that, and we'll see how things go in the new update. And here we go, guys. We've got our level 30 enchantment set up now, which is pretty great. That was my goal to get done today. And if you see here, I've already done a little enchanting. Got me a Silk Touch pickaxe, efficiency 4 on breaking 3, pretty good. A Fortune pickaxe, also with efficiency 4 on breaking 3. So we're pretty well set for that. And got a few more diamonds too, 25. Not really enough for me to justify making a full set of armor just yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Also, I may have gone a little crazy with the parrots. Yeah, just a bit. I think I collected 12 or 15 parrots. I honestly lost count. And I have at least one of every color now. Took me a while to find these green guys, but I did eventually. I think, yep, I got 2 of them. So, yeah, I've got at least one of every color, and we'll have to do something fun and creative with those guys later. Also a couple of dogs here. And I tamed an ocelot who's just roaming around. I didn't realize ocelots were different than the regular cats. They don't really do anything, but when you tame them, they don't run away from you. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, it's been a pretty good start to our new season and our new build here. Um, as you can see, there's a bit of Calmageddon going on down there, which is good. Can always use leather and steak. And I could sell off a bit in the market later if we have a bit too much of either of those things. So let's see, what else noteworthy have I done? I've hauled a couple of villagers over here. I can only see one guy in there right now, but there's at least two, I promise. Or at least I hope. Let's see. I'm gonna dig out my food hole here. Well, I still only see one. That's not good. Hopefully the other one's in there. But yeah, so we can start breeding up some villagers. I had to drag them about 2,000 blocks to get them here. There's not all that many villages all that close, I found. Or at least not that I came across when I was exploring. But we have a couple of villagers, which will be enough for a start. And eventually I want to get a whole bunch of librarians, farmers, masons, and then the armorers and toolsmiths as well. One more thing I wanted to introduce to you guys before signing off for this episode is the Slime Fun plugin. We've got this little enchanted book here, which if I right-click it opens up the Slime Fun guide. And Slime Fun adds all sorts of different new features into the game. Some of them are very useful for the early game, and others you're really not going to touch until way later in the end game. But one of the things that I wanted to see if I can get is the Pickaxe of Containment. So this pickaxe will allow you to pick up spawners, essentially, and bring them back to your base and set them up. So I'll go ahead and unlock that. It's going to cost me 14 levels, so it runs off of experience levels to unlock things. And there we go, the Pickaxe of Containment. You can pick up spawners. And then there's all sorts of different components to Slime Fun that I also have to unlock, and all these other things. And it's a real grind, especially early in the game, but you can get some really useful items, get really useful setups going for different things to help you out. So I will try to introduce that and maybe even put a tutorial out for any of you who are interested in using the Slime Fun plugin in the future. And I think that's going to be all for me today, folks. But I'm glad that you're still watching and that you're popping in for a whole new season of Calmcraft. As always, this is a public server, so feel free to come on and play with us. Wooten Major, my town, is going to be recruiting fairly soon once we get a couple of builds up. So you can totally come over and play in the same town as I am and get your build shown off if that's a thing you're into. So I will put the IP address in the description. I hope you all enjoyed and have a good day. See ya.